Several states and some sports leagues are considering restricting or even banning prop bets. Those are the bets on individual performances or even specific plays, often placed right during the game. This kind of betting can lead to corrupting players, and combined with the ease of betting on your phone, they can also lead to some compulsive gambling. New York and 14 other states banned prop bets on college sports. So, Rick, should they do the same for the pros?
I think the main problem with prop bets has to do with the integrity of the games. There are two types of prop bets that are most of an issue here. First, bets on individuals to underperform. So if an NBA player is projected to, on average, to have 5 rebounds a game, and you bet on that player to have less than 5 rebounds, well, that's something that's very much under the control of the player. And so there's a case now where a player was, there's a lot of activity on them underperforming, and after 10 minutes they walked off the court and didn't play the rest of the game, turning all those bets into winners. The other is bets on small or inconsequential events, such as a single pitch. Two Cleveland Guardian pitchers are now under suspension because there was an amount of betting that showed up on one of their pitches, and the pitcher indeed pitched a ball, and so there are questions about whether they were involved in changing behavior. So these kind of bets are very susceptible to manipulation.
In those cases, they were bad balls. Like you
they
threw
were
it
bad,
in the dirt
and
or whatever,
they were, and which means that
like me on
if
the
they had
mound.
been more careful, maybe we wouldn't know about it. So we don't know exactly to what extent it's happening, but these bets are very easily to be manipulated.
I wonder about I know you're talking about the integrity of the game, but people are placing these bets, and there's got to be some issue with them. I mean,
yeah, I'm less worried about the integrity of the game issue at the pro level. At the college level, where this is more widely banned, I do worry about young athletes who are poor and more vulnerable to exploitation. But for banning pro bets, less concerned, even though I recognize the issues that you've spoken of. From a social perspective, sports betting apps are designed to deliver these quick and repeated hits of dopamine, which is super addictive and a recipe for financial ruin. And so if you can kind of limit these compulsive, spontaneous bets, I think you're probably improving human welfare.
Mm-hmm. Michael?
I mean, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse than Pete Rose, to go back a little bit, prop betting emerges, right? In a sense of gambling and addiction and possibly financial ruin, right? We think about, to Rick's point, the different types of prop betting, player prop betting and team prop betting and game prop betting and novelty prop betting. I think that the player prop betting is the most insidious because it's based on individual performance. Now you have people that are faking injuries. Now you have people that are putting forth lackluster efforts. Now you have people that are becoming conveniently ill from time to time. So for me, it's problematic. And I see kids in the hallways of my college doing it all the time. And they're also day trading at the same time. So this is a whole different world to some degree, right? But I think to be funny but not funny, I mean, what's next? Betting on surgeons and operations? I mean, where does this all end?
Mm-hmm. Well, in some, unregulated markets, I mean, it might be, yeah, you could probably do that. Jenny?
Well, so, it is human behavior to have fun and play, and part of having fun and playing is betting. I mean, I think there is part of why we do prop betting is because it's exciting. The apps, as you said, Chad, I mean, they are quite addictive. You get that little dopamine hit. You're watching the game at a different level, right? You're not betting on the outcome of the game. You're betting on these individual moments in the game, which is a very different sort of strategy, which goes back to how we do fantasy football and, right? So, that culture, I think, enjoys the fun that comes from this. But, I really worry, I'm quite concerned that the number of states that actually haven't banned this, for example, for college athletes, it's only 15 states that have banned prop betting on college athletes, and that really concerns me.
I'm glad you brought up fantasy football, because in a way that's sort of prop betting. I mean, it's betting on the individual player performance, and you could get players that are paid to throw a game if they need to. But I think that there is a difference because it's not spontaneous.